I think oftentimes people have a misconception about privacy when it comes to their social media. They think that the things they write, the videos that they upload, or the drunk photos that they didn't mean to post on St. Patrick's Day because they're too tipsy to care won't be there when they delete them the next day. However, the latest Facebook data breach reminds us all that the things you put on social media don't just go away with the click of a button. In fact, they're being hoarded. Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and if you like hearing the news but you don't want to be quite as serious about it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. If you haven't heard already, let me give you the down low. So Facebook and Cambridge Analytica, which is a data firm that worked closely with the Trump campaign, allegedly obtained information from 50 million Facebook users. And I guess I'm not important because I wasn't one of them. So I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know if I should feel happy or left out. And before I get into why maybe I think you should drop Facebook and be a little more concerned about your privacy, do you think that this breach goes beyond Facebook into other social media? And do you think that information can ever truly be private and secure? Leave a reply down below. And in response to this, Mark Zuckerberg spent most of the week hunkered down with a group of engineers trying to ensure user security and probably using terms that most normal humans couldn't understand, so I'm going to give it to you in layman's speak. They decided from now on, Facebook will be investigating all large apps that were allowed data, removing developer access to data if someone hasn't used the app in 3 months, reducing the type of data shared when you log in, and finally help users understand who has access to their data. In addition, Mark Zuckerberg brought up this idea of regulation on social media, particularly transparency, though he didn't say what kind or how much. And that's all fine and well, but would it have really helped stop this breach from happening? Probably not. Not only that, but the Zuck did what he does best and wrote a lengthy post on his profile about it. In fact, 937 words of it. See, this is why people hate Facebook. And listen up, this is to everyone that thinks that people read their book-length venting posts, all right? No one's gonna put in the time to read about your horrible relationship or your terrible job, all right? I don't care. But because I have dedication to the truth, I sat down and used my college-level English skills to decipher what he was trying to say, and here's the gist. Basically, he took responsibility for the breach and said that if we can't secure you, then we do not deserve to serve you. But he also added some good news. He said that most of the actions that need to take place in order to prevent this from happening have been put in place years ago. Which, by the way, shows that these actions that they put in place totally work. Aren't you happy I saved you reading that textbook? But by the time Mark Zuckerberg had made his amends, it was already too late. The Titanic had hit the iceberg, and now I had to decide if I was going to save myself or that guy Jack freezing his testes off in the ocean. I like how I made myself the girl in this situation. What has happened in the last 5 days is the biggest crisis to ever happen to Facebook in its existence. And in most cases, Fortune 500 companies would have some sort of procedure to follow. But Facebook has always been a different kind of company. They provide a service. Facebook is selling you intimacy. No, not the kind you think. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's a place to house your thoughts and opinions and connect with friends and family. As Mark Zuckerberg said himself, the best way to build a 21st century business is in the guise of a person, because people trust people, not institutions. Mark Zuckerberg wanted you to feel like he was your buddy, not some lifeless lizard hybrid CEO. And for the most part, this strategy worked to displace problems in the past. But over this past year, this strategy has frayed. Increasingly, it has become obvious that there are things our friend Zuckerberg isn't telling us. Most recently, the company's failing efforts to address fake news and information. Now comes the revelation that for several years, Facebook allowed third parties to access vast amounts of our personal information, and the company was both lax in monitoring how these groups use that data and slow as a tortoise making love to address the abuse when it was discovered. This begs the question, can Mark Zuckerberg be trusted? This is an existential question for the company because there's a great challenge in empowering people over institutions. People are fickle. They change, they disappoint, and sometimes, in times of crisis, they ghost us. When Zuckerberg finally did sit down for interviews and questions, this was the only conclusion I could draw. So basically, you knew this was going on for years, and now since you've been caught with your pants down, you're gonna fix it? And there are 3 questions we still need answered. Why did Facebook try to suppress the stories about Cambridge Analytica from news outlets with legal threats if it's so serious about atoning for the scandal? How could Facebook not know Cambridge Analytica was using ill-gotten Facebook data data when Facebook employees worked directly with the Donald Trump campaign? How will Facebook ensure the security of user data attained by apps, given that there could be tons of developers storing multiple separate copies of the data beyond the big suspicious ones Facebook plans to audit? Should the public expect misuse of data from other app developers? Now, next month, Facebook plans to roll out a tool that'll help users better understand which apps they provided access to and give you an easy way to revoke that access. The tool that will appear at the top of your newsfeed, by the way, already exists. It's just been buried deep down in your privacy settings. Good one, Zucky. The future of Facebook truly does hang in the balance, and I hope Zuckerberg is watching because its users, like me, are ready to leave. Remember, I'm Ryan, and I'll see you guys in the next video.